Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn about the most and important topic of SAP production planning, which is material master. So if you have your material master correctly created, then you won't be facing so many problems. And most of the problems will get resolved when you have the deep understanding of what material master is. So let's continue. So today's agenda will be what is material master, what is material type and different material types, how to create, change and display material master organizational levels, extending material master, units of measures in material status in material master, entry aids in material master maintenance, how to view changes made to material master, views relevant for production planning module, and material master reports. So the overview of material master. So there are two things. One is material and material master record. Second is, so what material is material is substance or commodity that is bought or sold on a commercial basis, or whether it's been produced or manufactured. So if in your company, if you consider pen, pencil, papers, so all of these are materials. Rubber, everything is material. Whatever you bought in your plant, nuts, bolts, anything, everything is material. But material master record is different from the material. So what material master record is, it contains all the data required to manage a material. This data is sorted according to various criteria. So, whatever information has been added in the material to manage the data inside the material. So I'll explain you with one diagram, then it will be more clear to you. Okay, let's go with material master, and then we'll move forward on that. What material master record is. So material master is contains information on all the materials that a company procures or produces, stores and sells. So for a company, the material master record represents the central source for data on materials. So like for example, so material master record is the central is a centralized stored in a centralized way where every department can access it, will have the access to view it and store the data in it. So if purchasing department can enter the data of purchasing related data in the material master. Sales people can enter the sales related data in the material master. Production planning can enter their own data. Quality management can enter their own data, and that's how it goes. The finance can enter their own data. So every department will have the access and also store their data in the material master. So that's why we call it as the centralized material master record. So all the data which is related with that material is stored in that material. I hope I answered your question. So if not, please do comment it. I'll try to explain it in a more clear way. So if we go next, this material type. So material type is the most important thing in the creation of the material master. So what material type is? Materials with same basic attributes are grouped together and assigned to a material type. So like if the material is of raw material, so it will be grouped. All the materials which are of categories raw materials, it will be grouped under one category. So that category is defined as the raw materials. And why it's been used? It's been used in the main materials as a BOM, or it's been used as a routing. Like what all? Like for example, if I give you an example of Pepsi, so for manufacturing a bottle of Pepsi, you need bottle and you need the drink also. So the drink can come under the raw materials category. So if you can say that the drink material will have their material type as raw material. Will make sense to you guys? If not, then please do comment it. So I'll show you in the in our live SAP thing, so that you'll have more understanding how what material type I'm talking about. So material type determines which business process, such as the sales, production, or purchasing and function, use of material in BOM or routing are allowed for materials. So material types are created to manage different according to the company standard requirements. Materials with same characteristics are grouped and assigned a material type. For example, examples of material types are raw materials, packing materials, semi-finished products, or the finished products. So yeah, let me explain you what materials and what material type is. So let's say if the material is procured, consumed in production, but no sales. So it's been procured, consumed in production, so we call it as raw material. Okay, and suppose the material is procured, used for packing, but and no sales, so we call it as packing material. So the material type will be packing material. So suppose the material is not procured, it's been produced but no sales, so we call it as semi-finished material, semi-finished goods. And suppose material is not procured but it's produced and also it got sale too, so then we call it as the finished goods. I hope this makes an easy way of explaining the material type. So we have different types of material types. So it's standard ROH is for raw materials, HALB is for semi-finished products, FORT is for finished products, KMAT is for configurable materials. I'll explain you later all of these. So these are the standards. We can also have the Z form of material types. So what we do is we normally copy all the configs which is already there in the standard, and can do some modifications in the material type, and then we can use it as our own material type which suits to our business. So next we can go to this creation of material master, the T codes. So T code for the creation of material master is MM01, MM02 is for change, and MM03 is for display. So normally 1, 2 and 3 is same for every T code. 1 is for create, 2 is for change, and 3 is for display. We also have the number range, the internal and external for the material is assigned, but this internal and external this number range is defined in the material type only. So what material numbering is? So material number uniquely identified a material master record and thus a material. So suppose we create a material, and if we have defined in the material type that its numbering should be an internal, so it will, if the company uses no mnemonic keys, suppose we create a material, so we normally used to assign some standard or define some mnemonic keys, so that we, by seeing the material, we can say this is of this type of material. So this is like we define it. So instead the system assign a consecutive number to the material. This number is visible when you maintain the material master record. So it will pick the next number from the material type list what we have defined the numbering assignment. And we do have the external number assignment. If a company uses mnemonic keys, normally alphanumeric, you enter the character string you want to use for the material number when you create the material master record. So external you have the only one you have to enter that the next number in the creation of MM01, where MM01 is the material master creation. So that's how you created. So normally material numbers can be up to 18 characters long. You cannot you cannot have the material number having more than 18 characters. It's fixed. Then you should have the 18 characters only. So that's how you define the material number if you're choosing the external number assignments. So this is it. Now on material master organization level. So data that is valid for the whole company. So in the material master, we define material master at plant level, at the organizational levels and all. So data that is valid for the whole company, for example, the material number, material short text, material group, base, alternate units of measures. And there are data that is valid within one plant only. So you cannot have the same data for other plants. So every plant is different. So if you've created a material in one plant and you want to extend it to other plant, so these are the data which is same for one plant. So if you have to extend that material to different plant, you have to enter these things: purchasing data, MRP data, forecasting data, work scheduling data. So it differs plant to plant. Data that is valid for one store location. So you do have data, for example, storage bin description and picking area. So if you are defining a material for a particular store location and you want that material to be on different store locations, so this data will be differing with one store location to the different store location. So I was talking about this extending the material master. So suppose you have a material you want to extend different plant, so you have to enter that plant's data. You cannot have the same data for one plant and have the same data for different plant. So this is the extending of the material. So I'll explain you in my further slides how you can extend the material by giving the live demo. So now it's the unit of measure. So unit of measure is the base unit of measure. This is the unit of measure in which the stocks of a material are managed. The system converts all quantities entered in the units to the base unit of measures. So the unit of measure is basically how the material is being managed. So there are alternative units of measure also. So if you want to have an alternative unit, suppose if you are selling your material to one customer, so but they accept only in tons, and some other customer they only accept in LBM. So how you gonna define it? So at that point you can have all the carters. So at that point you can have the different alternative units of measures. All units of measures other than the base unit of measures are referred to as an alternative unit of measures. So the alternate unit if measures are order unit, sales unit, unit of issue, and a WM unit for WM. So for example, the base unit of measures is piece. So 1 carton unit of piece. So you have like four pieces in a carton. Excuse me. For crate you have 16 pieces, and for pallet you have 72 pieces. So base unit will be the piece, but you can have different alternative units: the carton, crate, or the pallet. So now the entry aids for material masters. So what entry aids for material master is, suppose if you want to see anything on the material master, or the bestest way or the fastest way what other thing you can do in the material master. Suppose if anyone changed the material master and you want to look at the change when this material master was changed, you can view that. If you want to make any changes in the material masters, so what is the fastest way you can do it? So there are mass maintenance, how you can do it. And suppose if you have to create another material, but you already have a material which is having a similar kind of data, so you can create a material with the reference of another material. So these are the ways you can use it in a very faster way and simplest way. You can use the creation of the material. So how to view changes made to material master? So just go to that material, click it, and in the upper menu just click on the environment and display changes. So it will display all the data, all the fields which got changed, and by which ID it got changed to. So this is the way you can look at it. So material master for at the PP perspective. So what all data you need to look at and what you'll be focusing on as a PP consultant is basic data view. So in basic data, material number, multi-language description, base unit of measure, cross-plant material status, size, weight, and so on. Classification view. Classification view is basically why it's been defined is when the material is configurable materials. So there are different types of classes and characteristics. You'll be defining it. Suppose if you want to like the big car manufacturing, so BMW, or you want, because they don't create in a stock, so it's a make to order process. So for big cars, so what they do is they ask the customer, okay, what do you want in it? So the specific customer, as per the requirement, they say to the manufacturer that we want this and this stuff. So that's how they build it. So all that configuration has been done by the variant configurations. MRP view. In MRP view, we have to focus on the procurement type, planning procedures, planning strategy, lot size, indicators, MRP group and controllers, in-house production time, and so on. In the work scheduling view, you have to look at issue based unit of measures, production schedulers, indicators, batch management requirement, delivery tolerance, in-house production times, quality inspection indicators, default receipt, issue for store locations. So all these things will be seeing it. Don't worry, I'll be covering all this in the Metal Master I'll be creating the live Metal Master in front of you. So you'll be knowing it. Don't get scared. It's just an overview of Metal Master and all. So now the next is MM60. It's a Metal Master report, you can say it. So in this T code MM60, you can view the basic and the detailing of the Metal Master. You can see the numbers, plants, metal type, what is the metal type of the material, who created that material, and which all plants the material is available. So these are the basic things you can see in by using this T code. MM60 is a really good T code. So guys, that's it for now. We already completed our 20 minutes, so I don't want to fill over you with this video. So just like, share, subscribe my channels, and I'll be coming up with the new videos. Just stay tuned. I'll be covering each and every topics, and I can assure you that if you watch the whole playlist of this SAP PP production planning, you'll have a detailed understanding of what SAP PP is, and easily you can crack an interview too. Just stay tuned, and do follow my every videos I'll be coming, and listen it, practice it. As of now, it's just a theoretical part, so just make you friendly how SAP will go and how I'll be covering everything and all. And also, if like first time I'm doing this videos, so just comment it what you want and what else you want in the videos. um, I mean, the way you wanted it, the interaction way, whatever. Just let me know. I'll make sure that I'll try to cover that. Thank you so much. Thank you.